Started with 500, on my way to a mil, closed over 100 deals. Can't change us. It's the game changers. It's the game changers.
You want to ask yourself every single day, am I doing everything possible to reach that goal? Don't get too far of yourself. Stay in the moment, stay grounded, and continue to push every single day. Welcome to the Game Changer Podcast. I'm your host, Elijah Bryant, and we got a special guest with us today. We got Gigi. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's bring them back. You know, where you from, and let's talk about your upbringing.
I am from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. Yeah. And first generation American.
Where your family from?
Trinidad.
Yeah. Tobago.
Yeah.
So what's up?
So, and I live here in Atlanta now. Not here in Atlanta, but in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now in Brooklyn, what part of Brooklyn are you from?
Bushwick Avenue.
Bushwick.
Yeah.
You have siblings, or were you?
I have siblings, but they're all in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Philly.
So y'all all got in New York.
Yeah.
So what was like? Why is that important? Like, you know, leaving your hometown, leaving New York. You know, we was talking about it a little bit earlier, but you know, why do you think that was like important?
I mean, just different experiences. I mean, when you have learned everything that you can learn in one place, you know, you got to spread your wings and go somewhere else.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
No college. So
No,
you
I
was
didn't.
just hustling your whole life. So let's talk about a couple jobs before the real estate.
Oh my God, I sold cars. I was terrible. Never sold a car.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe like 2 months.
Yeah.
And did massage therapy for 3 years. And then I got into driving trucks for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So while you're driving trucks, is that when you watched the video to get into land? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah. When I wanted to get into truck and went to real estate, they had nobody. There was no YouTube videos. They had the carton sheets. And
I don't even know what that is.
It's a guy that was doing like VHS tapes, you know, where you would have to fill something out online and then they would send you those VHS tapes, you know, videos. And a couple of years later, it was this guy named Preston Eli that was doing it. And then nothing for maybe another 2-3 years. And then it was Mark Whitten.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
On
the
Baltimore.
Breakfast Club?
But that was even before the Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
You know, so this was years before that.
So you started off with wholesaling houses?
No, I just was always watching the videos. I never did anything until 15 months ago.
Wow. So
you
were stuck in analysis paralysis for a long
way
time.
Too long. It don't even make sense. So
Yeah.
way too long. I never did anything. And then I started listening to Sean Terry. Got his courses. I mean, I purchased everybody courses and still never did anything. You know, so I just hoarded all the information.
What was the switch?
I just, you know, trucking. I couldn't do it anymore. It just was no longer serving me. I mean, it kept me, you know, off the streets and, you know, I was in there so long. I mean, I made 6 figures in it, but I was always gone from home. You know,
you didn't have the time.
I didn't have time for anything. I mean, I've never been on vacation as an adult.
Wow.
You know, I think coming here is my first time, you know, going out of state without having to be in a truck.
Okay.
You know?
So now you're doing trucking, you know, you're looking into real estate, getting courses. Now, how'd you get your first deal?
You just interviewed with the Apke brothers. You know, so I got that course and pulled my first list, sent it out March 7th of last year and got a deal. So from March 7th to April 27th of the same year, I cashed a check for $30,000.
First deal,
yeah.
$30K.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was only 840 records.
Wow, so that's a small list.
The very first list.
How much would you say you even paid for that list?
Maybe $600.
Wow.
The course was like $1,100. but I've gotten courses and courses, before that. His course was the first course that I actually took and actually did something.
And got some results from.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have just been in motion 15 years ago, I mean, this would be a whole different situation.
So now you get that first deal, you 30K. Do you quit trucking immediately, or are you still dibbling, dabbling in both?
That was the last time I drove a truck. Yeah.
So I'm done with this. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what is that next deal? Because now you have the freedom to continue to do it. Now you got resources. Do you remember that second deal, or how long did it take to get that second deal?
I did. I had 3 deals after that, but they were mobile homes. And it's crazy because people get success doing something and then they want to deviate to something else.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
Yeah, me and my camera guy, we was just talking about that earlier. Like, if it's working, just keep doing it, double down, So now you get the mobile homes. How'd you get that? Did you pull a land list to get those mobile homes, or were you pulling for mobile homes?
I took another course.
Okay.
The mobile home mommy.
And
Shout
out to her.
Yeah. Hey, Nicole. And, I got a deal 3 weeks into the course. I got a deal Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of the same week. So the first one was $6,000, the second one was $4,500, and then Wednesday was $4,000.
Oh, that was a good week.
Yeah, so it was like $14,500. And then it was a lot of work, the difference between the land business and mobile home. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hustling. It's a lot of chasing down.
Like the sellers?
No, not the sellers, but the managers. In the office managers. Putting out bandit signs. It's a lot of hustle.
Like what you with the mobile homes. Now,
with the mobile homes.
In terms of the land, talk about that.
I mean, it's just way easier. It's way easier. You have to put in the work. Whether you cold calling, whether you sending out the mail, it's more money.
Yeah.
It's more money. You need other people involved, like the title company and the attorneys. You don't need that with mobile homes. But at the end of the day, the spread is way bigger.
Bigger with land or mobile homes?
With land.
Okay, gotcha. So now, did you get any more land deals after that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about another one.
I did a, you guys call them what, twin lots?
Double lots.
Yeah, double lots.
Yeah.
2 brothers, cold calling, using
Mojo.
What's that? Yeah, Mojo. And people always talk about cold calling and the numbers coming up as spam. Every person I talked to and every deal I got, I was coming up as spam. But I know that somebody's gonna answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna answer the phone.
So this person, he answers the phone. Is he like rude right away, or is he like receptive?
No, it was quick. It was. I mean, it's been easy.
Yeah.
As far as getting them under contract, it's been easy. It hasn't been a struggle. I think the most difficult thing is day after day after day making the calls, because when I made the calls, then it was 8,900 people before I got that deal.
Yeah.
But I was doing it 5 hours a day, every day.
How much was that deal?
14,000.
14.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're getting these good checks too.
Yeah.
I
mean, you have to have your number in mind. I see people getting $2,000, $2,500, $5,000. But I mean, you can do the same work and get 20 grand.
So in terms of that, right, are you looking in different areas or higher priced areas to get those deals, the bigger spreads?
I don't want to do higher price because I want to, because people tell me, 300,000, but I just want something that's quick. I mean, because people have 50,000 versus 300,000.
Yeah.
So I want something where we just in and out 30 days.
Okay. How you finding your buyers?
Facebook Marketplace, and I take pictures. like the drone videos and stuff, and
Yeah.
put them on Facebook Marketplace, put it on the MLS brokerless listing, and
Okay.
do it that way.
Gotcha.
But they all came from Facebook Marketplace.
So do you just do a listing on Facebook Marketplace? It's not the Facebook groups?
Oh no, it's in the groups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't pay for it. I do pay for the MLS, you
Yeah.
know, and the pictures, but not for Facebook.
And all them deals are selling on Facebook.
Yeah.
So this is why this is important, right? Because it shows you like land is not that hard. Make a few calls, do a few texts, list the property on Facebook Marketplace, and you make money and you make a return. Like all you have to do is do the work and be consistent, you know? So I guess what would you tell your 18-year-old self with the knowledge that you have now if you could go back?
I mean, I should have started sooner because the time goes by anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it could be either easier or the other way. You know, we all know what the other way looks like.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? This way is definitely easier because I mean, we're just behind. Everybody is just behind. You know, I'm 15 years from where I should be. You know, I'm just waiting.
And my mom tells me this all the time, like, you don't understand this right now, but in the future, you're going to understand what you're doing right now is super important.
Yeah.
Learning the skill of this land and being able to, you know, buy, sell, flip land is like a game changer for real. And that's why you guys need to join as soon as possible. Do not wait on this information. As you can see, it's possible. You know, you just have to do it. So now, what do you see your future looking like with the knowledge you have now with the land? If you just, you know, if everything could go perfect, what do you think that future looks like?
I just, because I've been the one cold calling and doing the millers. So now that part is outsourced, starting on the 1st.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be the story, the journey is going to be different now.
Yeah.
You know, because when it's just you and you're making the calls and then now you have something under contract, now you have to stop and deviate because now we have to get that moved. Now I got to contact
The builders.
you know, I got to contact so many people now. You know what I'm saying? And that part of the business, me calling, I'm not doing it anymore because I got to do something else. You know, I got to get the drones guys out there. I got to talk to, you know, get some numbers, you know. So it's a lot that goes into it, you know. It's a little less now because I'm staying in the same area, but I got all the records. So now I got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that's the best option for you. You know, try to step outside of your business and have the people working inside. That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
You know, it starts with one person though. You know, get that one virtual assistant, teach them the cold calling and the administrative stuff. So when they're not doing the cold calling, they could do the administrative stuff. And now you could focus on picking those right areas at those right times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's been great, and people like, it's crazy how people would just work for you $3, $4, $5 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And just take over everything. You know,
And
I mean it's been great.
yeah, that's what I'm paying my VAs. You know, and they basically run my business.
Yeah.
And we give them bonuses, and they balling out there. So it's also you're also helping somebody else out. You know, providing them a job. But what are some last words you could give for the viewers?
You know, I was living in Snellville for 10 years until January 25th. So for 10 years, I didn't have to fill out applications for apartments and things like that. When I first moved there, in the same one-bedroom apartment, it was $689 a month. 10 years later, when I moved out, it was $1,500. And then when I moved out and staying where I'm staying now is $2,000, you know, a month for a one bedroom, 600 and something square feet. You have to have 3 times the rent, you know, so that's $37.50 an hour, $1,500 a week, $6,000 a month. $72,000 a year. Nobody's making that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're pushing you out from your house because you can't afford to live there anymore. Groceries and Walmart, I'm paying 12% on taxes. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't afford not to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. You know, I went to the car dealership because I hadn't bought a car in 10 years. The Hyundai was $43,000 for a Hyundai. I mean, that's in alignment with the BMWs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the interest rate is an additional $200 to $300 a month on top of a $600 payment.
It's crazy.
So how can you not do this business?
You have to.
You know what I'm saying?
What you don't know and what you do know, both is gonna cost you. You know, my mentor taught me that, so that's definitely true.
Yeah.
You know, where can the viewers follow you at?
I am on Facebook, Sajida Grant, and on Instagram, Mobile Home Army. There you go.
And you know, keep posting your deals on that free Facebook group, because you never know who you're inspiring. And this podcast is definitely going to inspire a lot of people for sure.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
So if y'all want the plan on how to flip land, y'all know where to come. Game changer.